Yes, dear friends, we have discussed in previous class about socio-religious information movement, 10th standard social science in history section. So now we shall continue the remaining part of the lesson, that is the Young Bengal movement. See how that Brahma Samaja performing and also performed important dedication to uplift the society. Like that, the Young Bengal movement also create great knowledge or awareness to the people of Bengal and uplift the human being in society. So the Young Bengal movement also started arising during 1820 and 1830. During that period, it was started, that Young Bengal movement. During this period, another movement called Young Bengal movement took birth. This movement was started by Henry Louis Vivian Desrosiers. That means Brahma Samaja was introduced by Rajaram Mohan Rai in 1828. Okay, like that. The Young Bengal movement also started during 1820s and 1830s by the Henry Louis Vivian Desrosiers. He was born on 1809 and died on 1831. That is the picture of Desrosiers. He is also an important person uplift our society as the social reformer. His father was Portuguese. Desrosiers' name already indicates he was a foreigner. That means the Portuguese his father and mother was an Indian. So love marriage and caste marriage. Hence Desrosiers is called as Anglo-Indian, considered in India, Anglo-Indian, because father is Portuguese, mother is Indian. That means the Anglo-Indian. So they have served as a professor. Here, Desrosiers served as a professor in India. That is the College of Hindu College of Calcutta from 1826 to 1831. As a professor, he did as a professor work in Hindu College of Calcutta during 1826 to 1839. See the Hindu College of Calcutta on those days, how it was. Desrosiers was influenced by the various movements of Europe. In the Europe happened so many movements. He was influenced and attracted by that European movement. So he tried to instill the same spirit of free inquiry in the minds of the students and colleges. As a professor, he tries to modern values, aways, creating to the college students and the colleagues also during that time. That is the Europe into India, and started as a professor and giving some directions and influenced by European movement started here. So we also work towards creating textbooks to inculcate new education system. Desrosiers also creating some textbooks in India, inculcate the education system, new education system, matters or subject or information collected by him. Inculcate means collect. To collect the education new system from others and written down the textbooks in India. This engaged in many traditions. So when as a professor of Desrosiers started to write down the sum of textbooks in Indian content by the influence of Europeans in new education system, the Indian traditional people embraced and angered many Indian traditional people against the Desrosiers. So Song of the Stormy Petrel, complete works of Henry and Derozio. So Derozio, Henry, the title of the book written by him on those days. But still he went ahead and started academic association. Next, he was started some of academic, none other than that was the academic association, also introduced by him in 1828. A free thinking debate association which created new thinking across Bengal. So, in the Bengal, new awareness, new thinking created by him, by the academic association, free thinking debate. Everyone's thoughts and feelings, opinions, everyone expressed in front of other people and sharing of other people, which were correct and guaranteed and good one accepted by everyone there in Bengal, Derozio. Many of his students, Derozio as a professor, number of students who had come from traditional families were deeply influenced by Derozio. So Derozio as the great model of student. That's why all students are influenced by the Derozio's thoughts and feelings and everything, principles also. Because of all students are come from traditional family, but they were deeply influenced by Derozio's thoughts and also joined their hands with Derozio in spreading the movement across Bengal also. So no one can do anything else. So each and everyone's support also needed here. So other students and his friends and colleagues support to Derozio. Along with them, they protect against the new practice of society and create important awareness, spreading the movement across Bengal by Derozio and his students and colleagues. The influence of this movement was limited to Calcutta and a few areas of Bengal. That is limited to Calcutta and few areas of Bengal. See, the Calcutta, this area, this Bengal movement only concerned to Calcutta and some areas of Calcutta. That is limited. Derozio had to resign from his teaching post due to the pressure from his colleges and his opponents. So during that time, Derozio also faced the angry and opposition. That's why Derozio wanted to become free from the professor occupation. So he resigned from his teaching post due to the pressure from his colleges and his opponents. The college also pressured him, don't go to other movement and do it your profession class and teaching only, and some other opponents. Due to these opponents and college pressure, he resigned his post, professor, and joined into the Young Bengal movement as a full-time worker. These people feared that the youth are getting morally corrupted by the work of Derozio. So some of the people are thinking about Derozio. Derozio guided to the other students and other people to take the bad path, and he created fear. These people fear that the youth are getting morally corrupted by the work of Derozio. They think about that the people. Derozio died at the young age of 22 years into cholera. But Derozio suffered a lot. Derozio's intention is very good. His way of thinking and going to way of path is right. But he suffered a lot. But he was died at the age of 22 as a young one in Calcutta by the disease of cholera. So Derozio statue also stood in nowadays Calcutta. Next we shall discuss about the another one society, the Arya Samaja. Already we have discussed the socio-religious reformation movement, Brahma Samaja, and also great contribution of Young Bengal movement. Now we shall discuss about Arya Samaja. In that Arya Samaja, what are the great principles and objectives? Who introduced in which year? So these are the important concepts here. So the Arya Samaja was started in the year 1875, but Brahma Samaja 1828. was born, and it was more powerful during the last 2 decades of 19th century. In 19th century, last 2 decades, powerful decades because of such leaders of socio-religious movement, people doing some movements. So, Dayananda Saraswati, around some of people, he is teaching, listening by everyone, sharing their feelings and accepted Dayananda Saraswati. See, Dayananda Saraswati was born in 1824 in Fatehwada of Gujarat. His name was Moola Shankara. His the first name or childhood name Moola Shankara. His father was Amba Shankar Tiwari and mother Amruta Bai. So Amruta Bai and Amba Shankar, his parents, since he was not interested in English education, he received Sanskrit education. So Dayananda Saraswati learned English education, okay, but he has not interested to learn of English education. That's why alternate the language of Sanskrit education he got it. So that is the Gujarat. In Fatehwada district he was born. He left his house by the age of 21 years and roamed across the country for about 10 years. He learned Sanskrit language and left his house also and traveled across the India and the country for about 15 years. How many years he has spent? 15 years. He spent his time to advocate the people. And he outlined his ideas in a book titled Satyartha Prakasha. We should write it down. What is the great book written by Dayananda Saraswati? Dayananda Saraswati has written one of the important books that is called the Satyartha Prakasha. He realized that the remedies to the various maladies of India are present in Vedas. He advocated in Satyartha Prakasha. If you want to get clarity, if you want to get answer, if you want any opinion and good idea, you have to go to read the Vedas. See the various maladies answer or remedies or solutions all in present in Vedas. So if you face any problem, you have to read Vedas. You are able to get solutions or remedies or various maladies. Maladies means any beliefs and customs and the traditions in our society. So everything ideas and answers are answered by the Vedas. So that's why we can't go back to Veda. Then Saraswati called to the people go back to Vedas. Why? Because Vedas are truth. All knowledge, Vedas are the knowledges of people, knowledges of principles. So each and every solutions are available in Vedas according to Dayananda Saraswati. That's why he declared back to Vedas. Go back to Vedas to read it. Each and every solutions are there. He was more of a Renaissance person than a Reformation person. He was also one of the Renaissance person and Reformation person, the father of Renaissance also. See, he opened the head office of Arya Samaja in Lahore, 1877, and also he declared that only Vedas are authentic. According to him, the other books are, it may be okay, but which is the authentic? According to him, he declared that the Vedas are only authentic, or sources of knowledge. Vedas are the sources of knowledge according to him. That's why the authentic knowledge he will be able to get by the Vedas. So, this is the Veda class given by the some people. So this is important to us. What were the aims of Arya Samaja? So these are the important points. See, one is all Hindus should believe in one formless God. According to Brahma Samaja, like that, see and enjoy and worship only one formless God. Not formful God, formless God, believe it. And no one is Shudra or Brahmin by birth and caste-based system are rejected. That means no one by birth, Shudra, Brahmana, Vaishya, Shudra, Kshatriya, no. That means he condemned or rejected the caste system. That is the second following aims of Arya Samaja. See, Jnana Saraswati preaching to the people, caste-based system providing, and also the rejected caste system and Shudra and Vaishnava, Kshatriya, no one consideration. All are equal according to him. Third point, encouragement to intercaste marriage. See, these husband and wife having a marriage, but they are not same caste. Intercaste marriage encouraged by him, and also rejection of polygamy, one more wife. Don't have one more wife, it indicates. So here the person already had one wife, but he is having another one wife in front of the old wife. One more wife. So don't have such activities. The polygamy rejected and child marriage by birthly, and after the 6 years, 6 months, 12 years, before that 18 years, they are arranging the marriage. It is called child marriage. So these are all abolished by the Arya Samaja. Then men and women are equal. Don't discriminate the men and women on the basis of gender. And then one should study Vedas. He concentrate to the people. Please study about the Vedas. Get a solution from them. So ancient sacred text and preach them. So ancient sacred text also available to them, so preach them. Shuddhi movement was one of the important programs of Arya Samaja. Who introduced Shuddhi movement? Arya Samaja introduced the Shuddhi movement. According to him, it aimed at reconversion of people who had converted to Islam and Christianity from Hinduism back to Hinduism. What is Shuddhi movement? Already some Hindu people converted into Islam or Christianity. So this Shuddhi movement has given a thought to the people, come back to Hinduism, those who are converted to Islam or Christianity. So that is called Shuddhi movement. You have to become Shuddhi or pure. To reject the Muslim and Hindu or Muslim and Christianity, those who were converted to Muslim or Christianity. So that is called Shuddhi movement. So from Hinduism, come back to Hinduism, cow production association was started to protect cows. So Arya Samaja also protect the cows and kindness of the cows, animal beings. So they start production associations of cows was started by Arya Samaja. So that is the conference with the other people. Arya Samaja had around 5 lakh members by 1921. See, in 1921, how many lakh people there is in the Arya Samaja? 5 lakh members are in the 1921 Arya Samaja. After the death of Dayananda Saraswati, another one college introduced, that is called Dayananda Anglo-Vedic College. After the death of Dayananda Saraswati, the important college was established by the Arya Samaja. That was Dayananda Anglo-Vedic College. It was started in 1886. So similarly, Gurukula Vidyalaya was started in Haridwara, similar time. Whenever Dayananda Anglo-Vedic College established, at the same time Gurukula Vidyalaya was started in Haridwara, same time and place. So this is the Gurukula Vidyalaya. And Dayananda Anglo-Vedic College established that place. Lala Rajpat Rai, already you know that during the freedom struggle, he was the radical leader of Indian freedom movement. He was influenced by the principles of Arya Samaja, that is, the Lala Rajpat Rai influenced by the Dayananda Saraswati's principles. So next we shall discuss about the Pratana Samaja in next classes. Okay, dear friends, thank you watching my